morning. We're going to be headed back underneath the trailer today. I was under the trailer just a couple days ago insulating the pipes, and today we're going to be installing some little heating pads that connect to the battery for the holding tanks. We're not using the black tank, of course, but the gray water and the galley tank, if there's water in there and it gets cold enough under the trailer, of course they'll freeze. So these little heating pads are a little backup. If things get cold enough underneath the trailer, we can turn them on and keep things from freezing. The diesel heater that Thomas is going to be installing also this morning, I think we'll keep it warm enough under there, but we just want to have multiple ways of keeping things warm. So back under the trailer we go. Yeah, the gray tank is like so much smaller than the black tank. That's crazy. Feels like it should be the opposite.
Yeah.
Because you're like showering
it's
and...
probably because...
I was wondering why my hips were hurting. And I'm like, oh yeah, from doing this. Like, why does my hip feel bruised? Not too shabby. You got the bigger tank. Sorry. Okay. Oh boy. Oh yeah. So here's the pads that we're going to be putting on there, the warming pads. This side is a big sticker, basically. Peel this off, and then you wire it into your battery. So, but I'm going to also put some additional tape on there around the edges. Yeah, it's like parts of it are sticking really well, but then other parts not hardly at all.
Not as much. What's that?
So yeah, gonna be a duct tape situation. So everybody wants to climb under here twice. It's so fun.
Yep.
Oh man.
So we're going to be working under the trailer quite a bit today. Carla mentioned earlier, we are insulating, or rather putting heat pads on our tanks, and also in order to keep this warm underneath, we're going to have a diesel heater. And so right now what I'm doing is running the wiring to both of those systems. I have an inline fuse for the diesel heater. I don't have one for the heating pads. I should have one on there, so I've left myself some space. And I've ordered one, and as soon as it gets here, I'll slap it on, and then that way we have protection in case of any overheating or anything like that. That way we don't have a fire in our trailer.
No, yeah.
No. My favorite part, though, is crawling under the trailer.
Yeah, crawling under the trailer is always good.
Big man in a little space. Big man in a little space.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to feed these through.
Okay.
And can you grab them for me when I do?
Yes. I'm grabbing them from the battery area.
Up in the battery area.
Okay. I feel like I've got about 2 feet.
Yeah, don't let me take any more than that.
Okay, all right.
Dripping them all out. All right, so I got the switch installed. Now the only thing I have left to do here is get up under here and pull some of these loose wires up out of the way, because we do want to get access under here from time to time. This is where we keep our water pump to fill up our fresh water, and we don't want any wires hanging loose and getting ripped out. So do that real quick, and then connect it to the battery, and then we got heating pads on our tanks. All right, we're just drilling holes in our camp trailer for fun here. Actually, what we are doing is putting a diesel heater up underneath our camp trailer, and that will serve two purposes. One, it will provide heating under the camp trailer to keep things from freezing up for as long as we can, and then two, it will allow for us to run a pipe through here that we will then T and have two ports that we can run heat up into. So we'll have a T off of this, or a Y off of that, and then we'll run a port in here. So on either side of our bed, we'll have diesel heat coming in as well. So, but it's always weird to cut holes in your trailer. So here's the Y that we have, and this is the adapter. There's some adjustable valves on here, you can see, and so this will allow us to kind of get like some slight flow into the area underneath the trailer, which is all insulated and stuff, but this like will help kind of keep, you know, the frost off stuff, hopefully, like keep like about 35 to 40 degrees underneath the trailer is kind of the goal. Keep things from install a diesel car heater that's going to actually pump air up into the trailer. The point of that is so we can rely less on the furnace. One, propane is expensive, but most importantly, propane creates a lot of moisture in the trailer, and so we're trying to get rid of that moisture. And so one of the ways to do that is maybe a drier type of heat. So we can use electric heat, which we supplement when the generator's on, but that's not very fuel efficient or cost effective. So diesel car heaters are very effective. I think we're doing as much as we can based on what we know. And so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. First thing I'm gonna do is drill out the exhaust. So I have an exhaust port that's gonna plop out right here. And then once that's done, then I can plug everything in, hook it up. I got the power already set to go. And then we'll go ahead and give it a test. Got a gasket for each side. Slip that on. Actually, for testing the hole or drilling the hole, leave that off. You can see here. Oops. This is our reducer from a 4 to a 3. There's the Y. You can see on the Y there that it has two little valves, and I'm not going to run a hose or anything. I'm just going to leave that valve slightly cracked. I can close it up entirely if I want to, but ultimately just like slightly cracked, give a little bit of warm air in here, and then that goes up into the through storage at the front of the trailer here, and then that's where our bedroom is up above us, and we'll go ahead and hook that up into our bedroom. But first, I have to create a wide area here in this spot. Didn't go far enough. Hi, Lenny. How's it going? You coming in here? I didn't know there's enough room in here for it. You want to come in here and lay down and keep me warm? Hello. Hello. Oh, hi. Oh, hello, Lenny. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, Lupa's coming in here too. What are you doing? Get your face out of my face. Get your face out of my face. Hello. Oh, Leonard. Oh. Lenny. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Out. Come on. Out. All right. Good boy. Hi, Lupa. You want to come in here too? No, maybe not so much. I don't blame you. It's no fun in here.
All right, here is what it looks like on the inside. Looks like there's going to be some, yeah, he hasn't done the flashing on this side yet, but it's really great.
All right, so we just finished up the install here. I'm going to show it one more time. Now that it's all complete, still got a little bit of cleaning up to do. We can see our ducting here. We had it actually at the highest setting at 8. I thought it was at the lowest setting, and it was so hot that when you could touch the plastic, it was almost too hot to touch it. I still got a little bit of ducting tape to do around the floor here, but this runs either side of the bedroom here, and it is cozy in there. It is working really great. Hop over here. Pull this panel off. And actually got a thermometer I'm gonna put under here. We can monitor the temperature in here. I am curious to see what it's gonna be under here. It's actually, I wouldn't say warm, but it's definitely not cold. But yeah, you can see here. Got the ducting headed up into the pass-through under storage, and then we have this fire hose. I would not be able to touch this if it was just a bare pipe. And the way that they engineered this, it lays against this, and I would be really concerned about that actually melting the other piece. So this hose is really good. It's, I think, rated at like almost 1,000 degrees in temperature or something like that. So makes me feel safe. But yeah, just like drop it, little drops of diesel, you can hear it in there. Just one little drop at a time is what goes into the blast furnace. Installation complete. I am feeling pretty good about that. Nice and cozy in there, and that's a drier heat than that propane. All right, so we have the diesel heater installed underneath the camper, and it's pumping in heat to us right now. And current temperature, in fact, we just turned on the electric heater, but the current temperature now with the diesel heater and the electric heater is 69 degrees, but it's mostly the diesel heater that brought us up to that. And then you can see outside it's 29 degrees, and underneath the trailer it is 51 degrees. So we are cooking in here right now. Also, another nice thing about the diesel heater is those windows. There is no perspiration, no condensation happening on the windows. And that is good because mold and moisture is a reality that we witnessed just in the last couple of days. When the temperatures really started dropping down below 40 degrees, there was a lot of moisture content, and some of the stuff that we had stowed away in various places was starting to get moldy. So we are hoping to avoid that. Eventually we'll wrap the windows too, make sure that like moisture doesn't come through, but right now things are looking good. Not a lot of perspiration, so we're okay. Another beautiful morning in Alaska. Oh, it was actually really cold last night. Got down to 24. It was really cool this morning when I got up it was about 6 o'clock. It's still a little bit dark. I kind of see the twilight a bit, but there was some aurora popping, and it was just like straight above and just white with kind of like these rays streaming off, and then some green and purples on the horizon. It's 2 nights in a row that we've been able to see it, or 2 days in a row. But yeah, today I'm going to try to get the sheathing done up underneath, kind of close enclosure. I'm actually going to be using OSB, which is not normally recommended because it can draw moisture. But the reason I'm using it, there's a couple of different reasons. First of all, I'm going to skirt this off, so that'll help prevent some of the moisture. But also, I eventually am planning on putting kind of a rigid foam insulation up underneath. And so I'm going to create kind of like a double system in my floor, and that'll help with the thermal bridging. But that's not until later, so I'm going to screw it into also, because if there's ever any desire to change the insulation, or if we ever have any infestation, I'm going to do my best to seal things up tight so we don't get any mice or squirrels or anything like that down under the deck of the floor. But you know, you got to prepare for everything, so I want to be able to access that. If there's water damage, something like that, then I want to be able to get in there and replace the insulation or whatever. So we're all ready, so time to get this done. It's only going to get colder. Crazy. It's 24 degrees this morning, and it's probably still in the 20s right now, but once you get in the sun, whew, it gets a lot warmer. Like I said, 15 more. Oh man, I'm gonna be sore tonight. Hopefully my helper buddy will be here soon. She's busy doing some other stuff right now.
having Aurora for the last week, off and on every couple nights. It's been awesome. Last night was white and green all over the sky. I tried to film some of it with my phone, but I'll have to figure out how to do it with the camera. Oh, just surreal. Really beautiful. Then it'll need to come my way. There you go. Perfect.
Insulate our subfloor and start decking it today. We actually took a day off yesterday because, as you can see, it's tarped, so it was raining. Raining and then froze last night. So we got some chunks of ice on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna untarp this and be real careful, make sure that no water gets in there, and then insulate it and deck it, and hopefully get it done today. If not, tomorrow we have to have it done because we're supposed to get some more weather this weekend. So we want to make sure it's all buttoned up and sealed tightly before that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep that insulation dry.
Yep, exactly. Keep everything dry.
Okay.
All right, let's take this tarp off.
All right. That's crazy. It's like a window pane.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh my gosh, it's
see
beautiful.
Here's Johnny. Be really careful walking around on this ice too.
Okay. Yeah.
Tight, keep going.
Oh, it's caught on something.
I don't think it's caught on.
Looks fluffy.
What was that?
A goose?
That's what it sounded like. Or trumpet or swan.
Oh. backward. Only forward.
All right.
I feel like your lower back's gonna hurt more tonight than usual. I predict lower back pain.
I know that the trick is to put a 2x4 or something like that in front of your sheathing and then hit it with a sledge, but it's more fun to dance on it actually.
No kidding.
But no, actually the directions on this specifically say do not to do that, and I think it's fair, you know, because you will bang up the edges potentially, and it locks easily. It's supposed to have an 1/8 inch gap, and it pretty much just naturally pops into that. So it's pretty easy just to kind of jump around, and plus it kind of works the glue in too. It helps smash things down, so when I come back and nail it, I feel like it's a little bit seated better to do so. So that's why I'm jumping around and dancing on the sheathing, if you want to know.
Dancing on the sheathing.
Dancing on the sheathing. Dancing.
Lionel Richie just didn't get the lyrics right.
That's right. Just a little. Don't slide off.
Whoa, yeah. Ooh. Hey everybody, this morning I'm going to be working on taping up the seams around the OSB, the edges, and also the seams on the interior of the subfloor. It was quite rainy yesterday. It's threatening rain this morning. Hopefully we'll be able to get this done before we have any sprinkles, and then after that we can begin framing up the walls. I was hoping for a generator-free morning, but it wasn't to be. I have to do some routering on the edges here before we can tape because there's some unevenness. So, generator. This has a brand name on it, but the colloquial term, maybe, is butane, and it's used like when people do the post in the ground kind of a foundation on their cabin. They'll usually wrap it with this, but it's also good for just any kind of weather seal. So that's what we're doing with it today. I'm going to put it around the edges first, and then I'm going to take smaller strips and do the in-between sheeting spaces. So, weather's been holding pretty good, but that's kind of a dark cloud over there. Ah! So after we put on the first strip of this ice and wind barrier, we realized it wasn't very sticky, and after a little research, we came to the conclusion it's probably because it's a little cold. So we're trying different things. We have a little blowtorch, and that seems to be making it a bit stickier, but I'm going to just cut a bunch of strips right now and take it back and put it in the trailer where it can warm up, and then hopefully it'll be sticky enough to adhere. Because if we have to staple it all, it feels a little counterproductive. Thought maybe I could lay this out to warm up in the sun, but it's just a little too likely to blow somewhere. Whoa! Okay. Yee-hoo! Yee-hoo! So good. I know. It's sick. Lenny, you're in the bathroom. Well, maybe not quite. You're actually at the back door right now, Lenny. You're at the back door. Lupa, you're in the kitchen. You're in the kitchen. No, stay there. You can't use a ladder.
Hey, Carlin. It's actually really warm. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Woohoo!
It's good.
Oh, yeah. It's really good.
You want me to grab your jacket?